Okay, so we're back at it for part 2 of the build for the Portamill PM14. We have these standalone bolts with an Allen key, and these will be adjustments for keeping the chainsaw level. We will insert these into the holes, and we will put them in until they're level with the back side. I oiled the metal rod on the lower part, and I'm going to insert it into the chainsaw mounting plate and insert it on the 2-inch tubing. Easy for you to say. And then this top bracket will go on top here. In school, they told us that these were called C37s because they were a handy device to use. Nobody really knows why. They had to give it a name besides clothespin. So use a C37 to keep your pages from flying. We'll take the nylon bushing, put it in place, and the nut. There, that will be used to raise and to lower. This nut is going to be tightened against the handle so it cranks both directions. So we'll take this, looks like a 3/4 inch bolt, and insert it in here to lock this tight. Once these are assembled, they will go into this position, and this one will go here into this position. So take the other wheel, insert the bolt, tighten it down. For all 3 of these, you should oil the wheel. And so once we have this piece assembled, it will go onto the outrigger. So when in use, this item will be down here and adjustable to hold relatively tight on the ladder. This will be installed here with 4 bolts. And the handle it says this and this bolt over here should be installed from the underside. I'm just assuming because the potential conflict with the square tubing, but I got mine in using the 1/4 by 2 inch bolt and nut. Install the throttle handle onto the push bar handle. Take the throttle cable with the hole end, install it onto the 1/4 by 20 bolt into the other pair of holes on the throttle handle. Install this self-tapping screw for the spring. Spring is attached. Take the throttle cable and insert thusly. Take the other end of the throttle cable. Proper adjustment will happen later. Here I'm with my chainsaw. I'm gonna remove these dogs. Getting ready to put in my new chain. I had it sharpened at 10 degrees. One thing you need to make sure you do is when you put your chain back on, don't put it on backwards like me. You reassemble and you put on the special bolts. If you have a certain model of steel chainsaw, they give you this bolt to use. I don't think I have that model, and these seem to work fine. So now we're prepared to install this onto there. We take these two bolts and then we will do the assembly. Make sure you're on the wheel on the inside, not on the flange. And on the front side, just tighten this, and this is going to be adjusted to fit here. And this will get adjusted one time. Then every time you loosen it to take it off, when you put it on, you tighten it, and it's just that easy. Loosen these. All right, and adjust this. All right, and I'm going to have to change these in order to go in. And we set this to approximately the edge of this where the wheel rides comfortably, and tighten these up. This goes on. This is going to be right on there. Earlier when I tried it, I put it pretty snug and the whole thing was moving difficultly. So adjust these as you need to keep your track moving, your dolly moving freely enough, but still in control. As this travels, is coming into contact with this. We'll take these pads and install them here, not make them too tight, and they will need to be soaked with oil. I did install a washer in there. However, I suppose that I could have simply moved this out. I just moved the outrigger out, and now I have clearance. All right, so here we go for a test. All right, so it looks like it's getting caught up on something. So what we see here is a bend. All right, so I can straighten that out. The benefits of using a 30-year-old, 50-year-old used ladder. So here we go. Nice and smooth. We'll take this part and install it here in the end, using a wrench to make it nice and tight, so when it comes up here, it stops. And install it down here, tighten it up, so when it comes down, it stops. Okay, that's good. So this is a 9/16, and I'm guessing a socket will probably do just a little bit better than the wrench. We're going to take the ladder off the table and put it on the ground, put it directly on the bunks. Using an app on my wife's phone that indicates that this is level in both directions. All right, I blocked it up. We're going to measure from the top of the log bunk. Okay, so right there we have the measurement at 14 inches to the bottom tooth. The bottom is about a 1/4 inch off, so I'm going to have to make an adjustment. This end of the bar is higher than this end of the bar. I'm coming to here and I'm going to adjust the front to, let's call them set screws. One of the things to keep in mind is you need to loosen these two guys before you go ahead and adjust these front set screws, or the back ones as the case may be. My wife suggested is making the hook to be on the inside rather than, as I had it, the hook on the outside.